Welcome to GOA365 English News Bulletin. I'm Leena and these are the headlines. As exit polls indicate a fractured mandate, with both Congress, BJP parties likely to get almost the same numbers, smaller parties, independents could hold key. Counting will begin at 8 in the morning for all 19 constituencies with a maximum 11 rounds. One round of counting expected to take 20 to 30 minutes, North Goa Collector Ajit Roy informed. The signages for the multi-crore project linking the state's northern border to its southern border leave a lot to be desired and create more confusion than clarity. And now for the news in detail. The multi-crore project linking the state's northern border to the southern border has been a flagship project by the BJP. However, the signages along the national highway create more confusion than clarity to drivers and riders. GOA365 today comes to you with a detailed report of the sign placement along the Bamboli stretch.
While the National Highway 66 was built to reduce travel time, the state's premier hospital, the GMC, is situated right alongside it. However, as seen here, a sign for restaurant is there, but no sign indicating where the GMC can be seen. Travelling ahead along the road, to the exit road leading to the hospital, a signboard is placed just 20 meters away from the exit. The signboard, however, does not say hospital but just GMC. Travelling along the exit road leading to GMC, a speed breaker is placed. While most people who would use this road would be going to the hospital, where loved ones and family members are admitted, no markers or signboards indicating the speed breaker exist here. Going even further along the national highway, the exit to go to the Kujira Stadium, a signboard indicating the direction to the complex is placed, but not before the turn but at the turn itself. This would pose a detrimental risk as travellers on the right-hand lane would find it impossible to make the turn. Going even further along the highway, here you can see the board for the entry to the Kujira school complex. But astonishingly, it is placed after the exit to the school complex. While the board also marks the entry into the Army Signal Training Camp, however the board is just a few meters away from the exit. This is the infamous Fulansa Khuris, a shrine that travellers visit for a safe journey, but sadly there is no indication for the exit to visit the church, but a sign rather right outside the church itself. Travellers then have to park their vehicles on the highway itself to visit the church. While the entry of the service road onto the highway after the church exists, no signboard is placed other than a barricade with a red arrow pointing towards the highway. Now heading back towards Panjim from Margao, a signboard indicating the exit to the Food and Drugs Department and Human Behavior Institute is placed after the exit road towards them. While nearing the exit road towards the GMC hospital, a signboard is present, but again, no hospital written on the board, but just GMC. After crossing the flyover over the GMC junction, an exit road leading towards Santa Cruz is there. However, this also acts as the entry for vehicles onto the highway. A major accident had occurred at the site a few weeks earlier involving 3 vehicles. Fortunately, no fatalities were reported. Vehicles too seem to be parked here illegally right after the exit. Vincent Rodrigues for GOA365 from Bambolim.
1 day is left for our Assembly D-Day. As far as all exit polls are concerned, it looks as if Goa will get a fractured mandate. This election is a fight between the BJP and the Congress, with both parties likely to get almost the same numbers exit polls indicate. However, with both parties not likely to get a majority, the most interesting part would be to see which smaller party gets enough seats to become kingmaker or even a king.
22 plus looks to be the political sloganeering by all parties, but in reality, the BJP is trying to get ready for all eventualities. The outgoing Chief Minister and the party president are in Delhi. In fact, Dr. Pramod Sawant has even met the Prime Minister. The BJP has faced massive anti-incumbency this time, given that it has been in power for the past 10 years. However, this time it looks like outgoing Health Minister Vishwajit Rane as the contender for the Chief Minister's post. The Congress feels it is in with a chance this time. In 2017, Congress lost the chance to form the government despite it being the single largest party. Later, it faced a series of defections, a couple, just as the results came out. This time, Congress is not taking chances. Sources indicate that its candidates are being housed in a hotel from today onwards. Top leaders have already reached Goa and are reaching out to possible allies.
We were discussing with all our candidates because there's going to be counting and all the formalities regarding that. So to prepare themselves for all that. So and also just taking a feedback of what happened in their elections, in their constituencies, and what was the response. So they've had a good response, had a good discussion. Congress has done well. Congress will form the government, and I think people of Goa want a change, and Congress seems to be the party of their choice. So that seems to be the undercurrent in Goa.
Meeting their election agents, see their preparedness for the counting day. If required, brief them properly. The election agent तांकां सगळ्यांक ब्रीफ केल्या, कॅन्डिडेट्सांक ब्रीफ केल्या. सो दॅट वॉज द मेन थिंग. आमचो असेसमेंट सगळ्यांचो घेतलो, आज कॅन्डिडेट्सां कडेन उलयले, तांचे फिडबॅक घेतले, सगळ्यांक दिसलें. आमकां दिसता की आमची पार्टी क्लियर मेजॉरिटी घेवन गोवा फॉरवर्डाच्या अलायन्साच्या बरोबर सत्तेर येतली अशें आमकां दिसता. 10 तारखेक गोंयकाराच्या हातांत गोंयचो फुडार हें लक्षांत दवर. दीस वॉज माय स्लोगन. हांव परत सांगता, 10 तारखेक गोंयकाराच्या हातांत गोंयचो फुडार.
Last time, Congress lost the chance to form the government due to fight over CM's chair. This time too, there are contenders for CM post in the Congress. But the party says that the CM will be declared 5 minutes after the MLAs get elected. However, despite Digambar Kamath being touted as the CM face of the Congress. However, Michael Lobo, who just joined the Congress too, could be in contention. When media questioned Michael's wife Delilah, watch how Michael reacted.
And CM called Michael Lobo.
CM will be decided on the 10th.
Michael Lobo. Michael Lobo.
Would Delilah Lobo like to see his husband as a CM? Would Delilah Lobo like to see his husband as a CM?
Of course, why not?
सरकार घडोवपाक घडामोडी कितले जाय तितले करपाचे न्हू.
सरकार or CM?
सरकार इज इम्पॉर्टंट. मुख्यमंत्री हायकमांड डिसायड करता.
कित्याक तुमकां कित्याक चिंता पडल्या? म्हाका चिंता ना मरे. तुमकां कित्याक चिंता पडल्या? काँग्रेस विल टेक रायट डिसिजन एट द रायट टायम.
The Aam Aadmi Party was expected to create a wave. However, the last 15 days, Aam Aadmi Party seemed to have lost momentum. The Aam Aadmi Party had made inroads into Salsette, a Congress bastion, and its ploy of playing the Bandari Samaj card rattled BJP. However, after its declaration of the CM candidate seems to have alienated sections of the Salsette voters, with polls suggesting damage to their candidates in Salsette. However, the 10th will tell if the CM face gamble has worked or not. Shamchari for GOA365 from Panjim.
Counting for the assembly polls will begin at 8 in the morning for all 19 constituencies with a maximum of 11 rounds. Before that, the postal ballots will be counted. One round of counting is expected to take around 20 to 30 minutes, Collector North Ajit Roy informed.
The eagerly awaited results for Goa and 4 other states will be on 10th March, Thursday. Roy gave details of the counting process and arrangements. The counting will take place at Goa Polytechnic at Altino. Counting of postal ballots will begin first, followed by EVM counting starting from 8:30. Each constituency has been allotted one counting hall, total 19 hall in campus, he said.
Counting will start at 8 o'clock. Counting for all 19 ACs will start at the same time. We have one counting hall assigned for every AC. At 8 o'clock, counting of postal ballots will start. In every room, we have one dedicated table for postal ballot. Apart from that, we have 4 to 7 tables depending upon space in every room. At max, we have 7 tables for EVM counts in a room. Minimum is 4 tables. EVM count will start at 8:30. You know, counting is taken round wise. So depending upon the tables which are set up for EVM, there are rounds for each and every constituency. There is maximum of 11 rounds. Roughly one round will take 20 to 30 minutes. For every AC, one observer has been appointed by Election Commission of India. All these observers have already reported here and they have taken a review of all the arrangements done in their constituency counting hall.
Ajit Roy also gave details of the security arrangements. Also, the counting staff has been trained. Candidates have been given right to appoint the counting agents given that they produce ID card, fully vaccinated certificate or COVID-19 negative certificate. Mobile phones are banned inside the counting hall. Only returning officers and observers are allowed to carry their phones.
We will have 3-layer security arrangement. The outermost layer will be outside the campus, which will be managed by the district police. Then inside the premise, we have the inner circle, which will be managed by CAPF personnel outside the counting halls, and outside the building, security will be managed by the district police. Training of all the counting staff, which includes counting supervisors, counting assistants and micro observers, has been done. There has been 2 rounds of training. Appointment of these counting staff is being done through a process of randomization. There are 3 steps of randomization. First round of randomization has already been done. Second randomization will be done tomorrow in the presence of observers. Third and final randomization will be done on 10th morning before counting starts, when tables will be assigned to these counting supervisors and counting assistants. Then all the candidates have the right to appoint one counting agent for each and every table. ROs had communicated this to all candidates, and they have appointed their counting agents. These counting agents will carry identity card. So police will check that identity card. Based on that, they will be given access to the building and to the counting hall which is assigned for that particular constituency. All counting agents must have either full vaccination certificate or RT-PCR test of not more than 72 hours duration. This is the guideline from Election Commission of India. Not carrying mobile phone is important for media persons. This is for all our staff, all our counting agents, counting agents of political candidates, counting supervisors and assistants which DO has appointed. No one can carry mobile phone. Only 2 persons are permitted to carry mobile phone: returning officers and observers.
Shamchari for GOA365 from Panaji.
We will take a short break. Stay with us. Welcome back. Revolutionary Goan members have sounded the alarm over a postal ballot box that was allegedly broken open by authorities today. The box kept in the returning officer's office was found with a broken seal by party members who were quick to provide photographic evidence of the crime when asked.
Officials, however, say that the box was empty and did not have any postal ballots, but RG members are not satisfied. Who is to say that the same thing hasn't been done in all 40 constituencies, and what is a surety that EVMs weren't hacked? Party members demanded to know. Listen.
पोस्टल बॅलेट बॉक्स आहा पळय तें फोडलां विदाउट इंटिमेटिंग कॅन्डिडेट 05 म्हापसा कॉन्स्टिट्युएन्सी जेन्ना तेंच्यान लेटर दाखयता म्हणून सांगलें सगळ्या कॅन्डिडेटांक आपयलें ते आतां 45 मिनिट्स जाले लेटर सोदता एक फायल आसता कॅन्डिडेटाची त्या फायलीन सगळीं लेटरां आसता इन आउटवर्ड जाता ती पण तेंचे कडेन लेटर अजून मेळना ते 45 मिनिट्स जालीं सद्या ती लेटर सोदता आनी तो बॉक्स कसो फोडलो आतां म्हापसा कॉन्स्टिट्युएन्सीचो कॅन्डिडेट आमचो अर्जीचो रोहन साळगांवकार जाल्यार ताका ते लेटर कित्याक दाखयना आमचे कडेन व्हॉट्सएप ग्रुप्स आसा सो ते हांव तुमकां मुद्दम ग्रुप्स दाखयता त्या हेजेर आमकां सगळ्यो मेसेजी येता हो कॅन्डिडेट एंड इलेक्शन एजंट म्हणून आरोच्या ऑफिसान ग्रुप केल्लो जाल्यार तेजी आत्तां मेसेज येयल्या इतल्यान 1:30 2 वॉक मेसेज येयल्या कॅन्डिडेट प्लीज नोट वोट थ्रू पोस्टल बॅलेट बाय गव्हर्मेंट ऑफिशियल कॅन बी सबमिटेड ओनली थ्रू पोस्ट ऑफिस जाल्यार ह्या टायमार कित्याक मेसेज धाडली जेन्ना आमी कंप्लेंट केली अबाउट ते बॉक्स फोडला म्हणून जाल्यार आयज हय ही फॉरवर्डेड मेसेज आहा सो समन थ्रू ही मेसेज येयल्या सो आतां हो येदो मोठो स्कॅम जाल्लो आसा की हे एका वोटान बसून कॅन्डिडेट खंयचो इलेक्शन जिखता जाल्यार आयज हो येदो व्हडलो स्कॅम जाला आनी हे बॉक्स फोडला पळय हेका रिस्पॉन्सिबल कोण हें आमकां आन्सर जाय जाल्यार स्टाफा कडेन एक बसून लेटर ना सद्या दाखयतले जाल्यार आमकां जाल्यार अशें दिसून येता की हे 40 कॉन्स्टिट्युएन्सीनी अशी बॉक्सां फोडली आसतली तुमी कन्फर्म आसा बॉक्स फोडल्या म्हणून हय आमी पळयलां फोटो तुमकां जाल्यार फोटो दाखयता बॉक्स कुशीन दारा कुशीक दवरला बॉक्स हय तो बॉक्स सायनी मारलेल्यो सगळ्या आनी हे बॉक्स बॉक्स कुशीक दारा कुशीक बॉक्स आहा
लाईव्ह असले परत आम्ही गोयचे
फाटलो दाखव फाटलो फोटो दाखव.
ओके सगळं सांगा तो व्हिडिओ दाखव. जर आता हो मोठा प्रश्न पडटा की हांगासर ही बॉक्सां अशी फोडली आसतली सगळ्या कॉन्स्टिट्युएन्सीनी आनी हो मोठो स्कॅम आसा आमकां आन्सर जाय हेका आनी हितून तरी आमकां दिसता की अशें जाल्लें जाल्यार सगळे कडेन रील एक्शन जावचें पडटलें कित्याक जर अशें स्कॅम जाता जाल्यार हे आपले वटेन इलेक्शनां करपाक थोडे कॅन्डिडेट्साचे 100% आपूण जिखला म्हणून मरणय मारले ते खंयच्या आदाराचेर कळ्ळें आसतलें तांकां ते जिखता म्हणून जाल्यार कशें अशें हितून ईव्हीएमां हॅक जाले आसतली जर हांकां जर इतलो कॉन्फिडन्स आसा की ते जिखले म्हणून जाल्यार तेंच्यांनी जे घेतले 5 वर्सां.
Sandeep Kamulkar for GOA365 from APSA.
India reports 3,993 fresh COVID-19 cases, lowest in 662 days. 108 deaths have been reported over the last 24 hours. Goa reported 18 fresh COVID-19 cases and 1 death in last 24 hours.
The country's daily positivity rate has declined to 0.46% as cases dropped to 3,993, which is the lowest in 662 days. Recovery rate is up, standing at 98.68%. Weekly positivity rate is now at 0.68%. 3,993 fresh cases reported in the last 24 hours. 108 deaths reported in the last 24 hours. Recovery rate at 98.68%. 179.13 crore vaccine doses administered so far. Goa has seen a massive dip in COVID-19 cases, reporting 10 cases daily over the last week. This figure is also down from an earlier value of 20. Daily positivity rate is now at 1%. It looks as though COVID cases have come under control for the time. Addressing predictions of a fourth wave expected in June, expert committee member Dr. Shekhar Salkar informed that another wave can be expected only if a new variant emerged. Crowding is not the only factor responsible for rise in cases, Salkar said.
COVID एकदम कंट्रोल मध्ये आहे. बिफोर आय थिंक आय डोंट नो व्हॉट विल हॅपन इन जून जुलै असे म्हणतात थोडे जण पण टिल देन वी हॅव टू सी आम्ही थोडी केअर ही घ्यायलाच पाहिजे पण वी आर मच सेफर देन व्हॉट वी वेर अराउंड 1 or 2 months बॅक. खूपच म्हणजे आता खूपच कंट्रोल आहे पण होतात लोकांना पॉझिटिव्ह होतात 1-2 असे होतात पण आय थिंक समवेअर यू हॅव टू बॅलन्स आउट. लोकांनी इतकी वर्ष 2 वर्ष एकदम सफोकेट झालेले आहे थोड्यांना बाहेर येऊन सम पीपल हॅव गॉन आउट लॉट ऑफ पीपल म्हणजे आज आमचे डॉक्टर्स कोण मिळतच नाही सगळेजण म्हणतात की आम्ही काश्मीर कोण उत्तराखंड सगळीकडे गेलेले आहेत बिकॉज दे हॅव नेव्हर गॉन आउट फॉर लास्ट 2 years. सो बिफोर जून कम्स अँड समथिंग न्यू थिंग कम आय थिंक वी शुड लेट्स एन्जॉय समथिंग फॉर सम टाइम अनलेस देर इज अ न्यू व्हेरियंट काय नाही देर वॉन्ट बी एनी स्पाइक अगेन. न्यू व्हेरियंट आला तरच आहे. It is not because of too many people coming here. Now we know that too many people coming. आमच्या कितकी इलेक्शन रॅली जाल्यो त्यो पळयल्यार सगळे वाडपाचे न्ही आता उलट कमी जाल्यो. दॅट मिन्स ओनली गर्दी इज नॉट द फॅक्टर. इट इज द चेंज इन म्युटेशन जाता ते वेरियंट जाता एवरी टायम दॅट वेरियंट हॅज कॉज्ड अ प्रॉब्लेम. सो वी होप अँड वी प्रे दॅट वेरियंट डजंट कम. आयलोय जाल्यार तो मातसो अपुरबायेचो आसचो. सो वी शुड बी लिटल बेटर. आमची मातशी काळजी घेवची ताणें अशी आमची एक मातशी देवा कडेन एक मागणी आसा.
Bureau Report, GOA365.
The Pontemal land issue was a hot topic at Kurchare Kakora municipality meeting today, with a decision being passed with regards to the 40 food stalls built here. The courts which have been built will be given to previous stall owners and those who wish to start their own food stall here, Chairperson Vishwas Sawant said.
फाटली मिटिंगेचे थोडे पॉइंट्स आशिल्ले मिनिट्स आसले ते कन्फर्मेशन करून घेतले आमी. तशेंच आज आमचे ह्या मिटिंगेक नवी बिल्डिंगेक आमची पहिली मिटींग आशिल्ली आनी तातूंत भितर आमचे 2-4 पॉयंट आशिल्ले. एक म्हणल्यार आमचे लँड एक्विजिशन सर्वे नंबर 118/3 आनी सर्वे नंबर 118/4 हो पंटेमळ वाठारात राम मंदिराचो जो रोड आसा त्या थंय तो खूब वर्स पयलीं रोड जाल्लो आनी त्या टायमार खुबशे आमचे म्हणकार्या त्या एरियेक लोक आशिल्ले आनी तांकां रोड नाशिल्लो आनी हो खूब वर्स पयलीं तो रोड केल्लो. तेन्ना नंतर तेजे कोण भाडकार तेरीस म्हणून ताणें आमकां आमचे म्युनिसिपालिटी केस घेतली तेणी कोर्टान गेलो तेन्ना एज पर कोर्टाची डिग्री कोर्टान आमकां 2,65,000 आमकां जम करपा लायिल्लें. पूण तेन्ना तें जम करपा जालें ना म्हणून तेणें आमची जी आमचेर केस फायल केली आनी हे आमची जी न्यू बिल्डींग आसा तेणे आमचे रिकवरी आपल्याक दिवची अशें म्हणजे आमकां केस घातली आनीक आयज ती आमची केस हायकोर्टांत चालू आसा आनी आयज आमी रेजोल्युशन घेतला की त्या टायमार जो एमावंट आशिल्लो 2-3 एमावंट आशिल्ले लँड एक्विजिशन रेट आशिल्ले 30 रुपीज आशिल्लो तेन्ना 225 आशिल्लो तो आज आमी रेजोल्युशन घेतला की त्या 225 रुपीज करून जो 1810 स्क्वेअर मिटर जमीन तो आमी रेट ताका कोर्टाक आमी डेपोजीट करता. मार्केटांक जे GTDCच्या डिपार्टमेंटाच्या मार्फत आमी हांगा जवळ जवळ एक 40 सुमार फूड कोर्ट बांदले कडेन आसा. त्या फूड कोर्ट जे आमचे ओल्ड जे आमलेटी गाडे आसात ते आमी तांकां शिफ्ट थंय करतले. तशेंच काही न्यू जे एप्लाय करतले तांकांय आमी दितले आनी ताचो एक स्पेशल आमी एक टेंडर करतले आनी तो टेंडर आमी जो आमचे इम्पोस्ट कलेक्शन जो कोण बीड करतलो ताका तातूंत आमी रुल्स रेग्युलेशन फॉलो करून तो ताणें सगळें मेंटेन करपाचो ताणें क्लीन करपाचो आनी तांचे कडच्यान आमी इम्पोस्ट कलेक्शन करून घेतले. आमी थोडी रेटी डिसायड केल्ले कडेन आसा. पयलीं आमी तांचे कडच्यान पयलीं आमी तांकां काही एक 20 गाडीकार आशिल्ले तेन्ना आमी तांचे कडेन 10,000 दिन वर्साक आमी तांकां NOC दिल्ली. पूण आतां आमी कितें केलां की मदीं ती गेल्ली कावन्सिलान आमी ती कॅन्सल केली आनी तांचे कडेन 130 रुपया पर डे आमी घेताले पोस्ट म्हणून. पूण आतां तो फूड कोर्ट बऱ्यांतलो बरो फूड कोर्ट जाल्ले कडेन आसा आनी तांकां काही रेट मातशी चड 300-400 आमी रेट लागतली आनी फूल मेंटेन तो जो कोण बीड जाता कॉन्ट्रेक्टर पडटा तो फूल तो कोर्ट फूड कोर्ट जो आसा तो हें करता.
येता त्या काळा भितर कळटलें पूण कांय काळ फंड जे विश्वासान सांगले प्रमाणे कांय फंडा लागून अनेक ज्यो फायली आसात त्यो अनेक डेव्हलपमेंट उरला आनी त्यो फंड जो पावना आनी अनेक जे बाकीदार आसात जे थकबाकीदार आसात तांचोय बीन आमी जी शॉपां आसा म्युन्सिपालिटीची ती बीन परतून ताब्यात घेवपाचो प्रयत्न करतले कित्या खातीर अनेक जे आसात ते थकबाकी वाडले आसा आनी ताजो म्युन्सिपालिटी कांय रेवन्यू येना. अशें अनेक गोश्टीचेर अनेक विशयांचेर आज बरी चर्चा झाली.
We will take a short break. Stay with us. Welcome back. And now for the weather. The counting day is expected to be stormy with light rain and thunder showers predicted from today until the 11th. Turbulence is expected to settle immediately after with dry weather predicted for the 12th.
Maximum and minimum temperatures are likely to hover around 36 degrees Celsius and 23 degrees Celsius respectively today. Maximum temperature is likely to remain stable for another 4 to 5 days. Haze and light fog is expected at isolated areas early tomorrow morning. There are no weather or fishermen warnings issued so far. Rainfall forecasted for the 8th, 9th, 10th and 11th of March. No change in maximum temperatures for another 4 to 5 days. Maximum and minimum temperature today 36 degrees Celsius and 23 degrees Celsius respectively. Skies will remain mainly clear, turning partly cloudy toward the late afternoon. Haze and light fog expected early tomorrow morning. No weather or fishermen warnings issued so far. Bureau Report GOA365 with inputs from IMD.
With that, we have come to the end of this news bulletin. For more news and updates from our website www.GOA365.tv. Follow us on Facebook GOA365 TV and don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel GOA365 TV or download our app which is available on both Android and iOS to watch all the latest news and updates on your mobile. Take care, stay safe and keep watching GOA365.